would you come up to the stage, please?
Yeah.
Well, I'm usually not able to speak up here. Thank you, Brian. And hold it a little closer. Or I could just use my military voice. But, yeah. Anyway, we have a very special honor tonight. Thank you, Brian and the ZDAYZ staff, for giving us this few moments to take care of this. And if I break up in the middle of this, it's because I have a lot of sensitivity to these issues. We're here today to recognize one who has given so much to protect our country and the way of life we enjoy. The Quilts of Valor Foundation is a nonprofit volunteer group of quilters from across the United States of America, whose mission is to cover our service members and veterans touched by war with comforting and healing quilts of valor. In 2003, quilter Catherine Roberts had an idea of comforting service members engaged in combat with quilts after her son returned from deployment to Iraq. Since then, over 217,000 quilts of valor have been awarded here in the United States, Iraq, and Afghanistan. They are awarded in major treatment centers such as Walter Reed and Brooks Army Medical Center, and especially through personal contact like today. The foundation represents one human being reaching out and touching another without judgment, with acceptance and acknowledgement of service to our nation in very trying circumstances. A Quilt of Valor is considered one of the greatest awards that a civilian can bestow upon a service member or veteran. All veterans and those who are currently serving took an oath that states they will solemnly swear that they will affirm and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that they will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that they will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of officers appointed over them according to regulations in the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Gary Sinise has stated we should all remember that, quote, a current service member and a veteran is someone who at one point in their life wrote a blank check payable to the United States of America for any amount up to and including their life. This quilt brings you a three-part message from our hearts. First, we honor you for your service, for leaving all you held dear to stand in harm's way in a time of crisis, protecting us from the effects of war. Second, our quilters know that freedom is not free. The cost of our freedom is the dedication of lives of men and women like you, so this quilt is our way of saying thank you for your sacrifices. Third, this quilt is meant to offer comfort and healing to you. It serves as a reminder that although your family and friends are not with you at all times, you are forever in all of our thoughts and our hearts. We believe the quilt we bring you today has the ability to offer both comfort and healing. Our idea is that when you experience dark times, memories, or need the warmth of a grateful hug, you will wrap your quilt around you so it can provide comfort we have sewn into every seam. It was made to be used by you. Your quilt was made of the highest quality materials and utilized the best available sewing and quilting techniques to honor you. As such, it can be used and laundered in typical, everyday fashion with little TLC. Valor consists of 3 layers held together by the stitches and takes 40 to 60 hours to piece together and quilt. We think of the layers in this way. The top of the quilt, with its many colors, shapes, and fabrics, represents the communities and the many individuals we are. The batting is the center of the quilt, its warmth. It represents our hope that this quilt will bring warmth, comfort, peace, and healing to the individual who receives it. The backing is the strength that supports the other layers and represents the strength of of the recipient, the support of your family, our communities, and our nation. The binding is stitched around the edge of the quilt to bring the 3 layers together so the finished quilt of Valor can be accomplished what it is meant to do, to comfort and to heal. Each stitch that holds the layers together represents love, gratitude, and sometimes tears of the maker. On this quilt is a label to remind all who see it how much we care. And included is a note from the quilter with their thoughts on why they make these quilts of Valor. And this evening, we wish to honor Ronnie Sadoski. Ronnie is an Army veteran who continued saving lives after separating from service. He has substantially saved the lives of German Shepherd dogs and their veterans, doubling the effect of this good work. Wags for Tags is his service organization. Ronnie is up to 74 dogs and veterans now, is that correct? 76, thank you. Lives touched at a minimum. Ronnie, from our grateful group of friends.
We love you.
And additionally, we have for Miss Emma a collar scarf made for her to honor her work as well. We hope she continues to And as I mentioned, there is words from the Quilts of Valor organization for Ronnie that has been put in this frame. And Ronnie, here's some good info on the Quilts of Valor program for the readers. Thank you for...
Fox Estates.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Patrick? Is there a dry eye in the house?
All right, well, each year, I met him a couple years ago, and we decided to start a nonprofit charity in the state of Florida to help raise funds for local charities, nonprofits, to try and continue doing similar things that Ronnie and Wags Protects do for the state of North Carolina, its veterans and animals. So, we've been doing a charity and like a fundraiser. Where's Brandon Stevens? Brandon Stevens here right now? Well, either way, my nonprofit partnered with Brandon Stevens from BS Tuning, and he had agreed to donate a percentage of all of his sales, tunes, and everything to our donation fund to give you a large check to continue to do what you do. This year we raised $3,010. Thank you to everybody that donated, paid forward to the cause. You know, good people, good things. If we all pay it forward, we can change the way things are going. I believe everybody here is a good person, and we appreciate everything he does. So we thank you, man. Continue to do what you do, and each year we'll continue to do what we do for you. Thank you.
But wait, there's more. Yeah, I'm fine too, girl. It's all right.
Yeah, we're gonna call Brandon Laramont up here as well.
All right, so to continue. Last year, I won a tailgate as one of the raffle prizes and commissioned Fair Lady Customs to do some art, some painting, and some one-of-a-kind, artistry on this tailgate. And I didn't have a way to get it home, so in discussing with them and speaking with them, I kind of felt like I didn't need more erroneous stuff hanging on my wall and some artwork that I really truly didn't need. And I found that there was somebody way more deserving than me that deserves this piece of artwork. So we're going to donate it to you, Mr. Settle. So one more round of applause. Thank you, Brian.
Now that there's no dry eyes in the house.
You can do it!
Ronnie, why don't you tell folks about wax tags for those that don't know?
We know we don't need the mic, right? So, first off, I need to thank all of you again. You need to take a standing ovation to yourself. Partners that first invited us here 4 years ago to come to ZDAYZ. I didn't know what the hell ZDAYZ was.
Liver exercise routine.
And when my 300, the one I own out there, came on the market, I was in combat. So I didn't have a Z when I was growing up. So you guys are my family. You are all on my Facebook page.
Yep.
You know what I do.
Yep.
And there's no hidden pages. What does Wags for Tags do? I started this June 2012. And we rescue dogs from kill shelters in the state of North Carolina. They have the highest euthanasia rate in the nation. It's nothing to be happy about, but we're fixing that. And we pair them up with veterans, like the veterans we have in this room, that come home with PTSD and TBI. And North Carolina has the third largest population. You have Texas, you have California, and you have small little North Carolina. We have 5 VA hospitals in this state, the most that any other state has. The sad thing is that there are still 20 of us a day taking our lives.
22 minutes.
22 many. And if you break it down, it's 94 minutes a day. So you set your timer. Every 94 minutes, there's another one of us taking our lives. And we made it home for what? To end up in the ditch. So, Wags for Tags, we go on, we rescue these dogs, we train them to be service dogs, companion dogs, for these veterans that come home. They deserve it. And without you, without ZDAYZ, and everything else that happens, we could never do it. Your donations, your great gifts you give us, help us every day. And I applaud you for doing this for us and for all the veterans that come home, and to keep them home and keep them safe. Thanks, guys.